Wraggy's beer hall videos, but a very special one. And put the camera angle right, Billy. There we go. So tonight, we had to go over and drop a cake off, and we were in Bulwell. Bulwell is next to Hucknall, and there was a real calamity around Nottingham with roads being closed. And all of a sudden, I remembered that Lincoln Green had brought out some new beers. Not only just some new beers, but some, you'll see. So I popped over to Lincoln Green, you know, the makers of Wraggy's Golden Ale there, and also Tuck there. Tuck is an amazing porter. So we'll talk about the first beer that I've picked up. And this is from their Belgian beer night. So they're doing these like themed beer nights on a Thursday night. I mean, I actually went to the brewery tour. Thursday's an awkward night for me because I got work next morning, and I was rough the other week, and I walked home as well, which was not great for me. But in any case, and I picked up this one. So it's Bolek de Konink. That's how you pronounce it, obviously. I bet someone in the background, I bet someone at home's thinking that's not how you pronounce it. Well, it is when I pronounce it. So, yeah, I'm not reading that. Oh yeah, the taste of Antwerp, of rugged docks and bustling terraces, of carrier bikes and long summer nights by the river. The city in a bottle. I actually like that. That sounds good. 5.2%, so not overly too strong. It was about £2.50 a bottle, so good price. They had quite a few Belgian beers in, so you know, interesting if you want to check out some Belgian beers. Certainly if you live local, anyway, in the brewery shop. So yeah, and I also snagged the glass. So oh, look at that! Look at that glass. That is a stunning glass. And again, if you go to the brewery shop and buy this, get yourself the glass as well. Ooh. In any case, moving on. So to the main event, as it were. The reason I went down. So a year ago, I was invited to do a brew with Lincoln Green Brewing Company. The good man Anthony, the owner, invited me down, and I did a brew with Martin, the head brewer, and a lot of stuff to remember. You know, if you're doing it day in, day out. But what Martin was, he was really clear with his the way, and you know, explained it all, and it was a cracking day. But on that day we were chatting, and their hopes and aspirations were to get a bottling plant over at Lincoln Green, and been waiting for this. And then I heard rumours that they've actually bought a bottling plant, and the sales manager Jody confirmed this to me, that one is coming from, I think it was Czechoslovakia. So I went down to the brewery tour the other week because, one, I wanted to pay, you know, my homage back to them, and two, to check out this new bit of machinery. So when I first got down there, they're actually doing kegs with it. So I thought, oh right, keg, oh, okay. And actually, I need to chat to them at some stage, because I know they're not happy about single-use kegs, because, you know, plastic and that in this world. And I was actually there tonight, and I need to chat to them about being able to recycle for them and using them at Cockcliff for growing potatoes and that in. So you know, so it's helping the environment and that. And I'll come to chatting to them about that at some stage, maybe messaging, because whatever I can do for the environment and reusing and recycling, it's what we do at Cockcliff and in Kelham House. which are run by the same company. And obviously I'm the gardener for both. So for me to reuse, and especially because with the likes of these kegs, you cut the top off and you can put grow potatoes in the bottom, so you only need that much compost to start off with. As the potatoes grow, you chuck a bit more compost in, and because it's plastic as well, it keeps the water in, the moisture levels, and the more it grows, the more that you put more compost in, or soil, whatever you use. I'll use like leaf mold, again recycling. And as it goes all the way up, it's sending more potatoes out. So you're actually making the potato work for its money. Then at the end of the season, you pull that compost away. Obviously, you're going to reuse it anyway. And a hell of a load of potatoes. And it's something I want to set up. I've been trying to chat to local breweries. It's not really gone anywhere with any of the breweries as of yet. They seemed interested, but not really gone anywhere. So yeah, I mean, if I can chat with them and get them, if they come into Cockcliffe anyway and they want to get rid of a load of plastic kegs, that could be really, really handy, and would both increase our recyclable stuff. Same with the pallets. They've got a shed load of pallets there. Pallets are always good for recycling into furniture and all sorts. So again, we can we can help each other's, but both doing recycling. In any case, rattled on there. So the main event, the main reason why I went down today was because there was an email yesterday, and it was about Lincoln Green. Can we can it? And or something along them lines. And I went on, and they are now putting their beers into cans. Their Blackshale Project, which is their craft beer arm. So let's get that one right. It's their craft beer. So they are a modern traditional brewery, but now also doing craft as well. So they're doing the traditional and they're doing the craft. So that is amazing. And they do quite a different range, which is interesting for the brewers, because if you're brewing variation, if you're brewing the same stuff day in, day out, it can get a bit boring. For me, I like variation as a gardener. Yeah, I like cutting my hair as well some now and again, but it's been a while. It looks awful. So this is Dosco, 7.3%, so a nice big beer from them. And this is a DDH IPA, so it's a double dry hopped India Pale Ale. Like I say, Blackshale Projects, and they just love the can art. And so yeah, if you don't know about Lincoln Green, and if you're watching this channel, why do you not know? If you've been watching me for the last 4 years, you would know that I've reviewed a hell of a lot of Lincoln Green beer. And obviously, that good looking fellow on the wall there, oh yeah, Mr. Wraggy, of course. So anyway, yeah. So, founded in 2012, we take our name from the colour associated with Nottinghamshire's legendary character, Robin Hood. Isn't that amazing? And that's why their beers are at Nottingham Castle. Robin Hood, why not? Anyway, moving on. Blackshale Project. Taking the name of the coal seam that runs beneath our brewery, Project Blackshale features unusual beer styles, alternative yeast strains, dry hopping, and all manner of crazy flavours. So that is why it's Blackshale. It's their craft beer arm, as it were. Next up, so Dosco. Dosco is our first canned beer, and we've made it a special one, double dry hopping with the big punchy hops from the USA. So I've actually drank this at the brewery on keg, tasted absolutely spot on, and yeah, lovely. So that's the first first of the craft beers. I'm now hoping that Lincoln Green now can come to the Craft Beer Festival, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and the like, because this is a good brewery that deserve to have their craft beer, showcased on this. And I'm damn sure going to poke people as well to make sure it's, to say that as well. So this is their second one. rattlejack. And this, it says here, jammy, resinous and fruity. It's a West Coast IPA, 5.9%. On the back, we'll get the magnifying glass out. Toasted malt base with a classic blend of US West Coast hops. So yeah, rattlejack. And finally, oh, bear in mind, I also picked up today, because if you're going to be drinking Lincoln Green craft beer, then you also want to be drinking out of a Lincoln Green Blackshale Project glass. So there you go, the proper glass for the beer. So for those watching this beer haul video, and when I do the reviews, if you're interested in these, contact Lincoln Green. They are selling it by the case of 12, but I think they're doing a mixed box as well, where you can mix the craft and the normal. And let's be fair, if you email them, say, look, is it possible to have such and such and such, I'm sure they'll be accommodating. So the last one is this one, and it's called Schaffler, and I will read on the back why it's called Schaffler. Yeah, well, I would in a minute. And it says silky, hoppy and roasted, 6.9% American stout. And I'll just read off the back. A rich, strong stout with a complex, creamy malt base and US hops. So there. Oh. So that is free. Absolute pearlers. You're paying about £5 each for the cans, and yeah, that's the one I want to review first. But I don't just want to review it, I'm going to review it first, of course. But yeah, absolutely looking forward to that. Hopefully they won't drop off my chair and bust before I get a chance. I think I'll move them to the other chair. But yeah, how exciting is that? Lincoln Green craft beer, doing craft beer in cans. Oh, I mean, they have done the Blackshale stuff in bottles for years, but when it comes in cans, let's be fair, for the craft beer, what should we call them, people of this world, when it's in a can, it looks more craft beery. Yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, certainly looks good. Can't wait to see these up and around shops and that nationwide. It's going to be interesting. And reviews coming soon, as you would expect. I mean, they're sat there. They're going to get reviewed. Yeah, really excited about this. Yeah. God, just imagine a Wraggys Imperial Stout. Ever the one for subtle prods. Cheers up.